The Mixed Mornings and More podcast with Steph and Sean.
Now available daily.
Good morning, world.
Good morning and happy Tuesday, 5:30 right now, and it's August 8th.
Hello.
8-8.
8-8. 88. That's the year I was born.
Very cool.
I'm
it's also
old.
a raise for us as well.
Woo woo.
You're not old.
Thank you.
You're not old.
So
Hey, there's a new wildlife tour in town.
Really?
Well, kind of like a tour. Costs about $80 or so.
My goodness. I hope you get to see some wildlife on this tour.
Absolutely. So you know how you can go north and you can maybe see some bison out by that lookout?
Yes, and all it costs is a little bit of gas in your own car. Okay.
That's right. Well, you can also buy a round of golf and maybe go see some wildlife that way. It's around $80 or so.
Does it come with a cart?
Yeah, with a cart and everything. You
Okay.
can golf. You don't have to golf. But I was over at the golf club in Thickwood just on the weekend. And deer, bears, a little bit of everything all throughout the course. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Did you cart yourself away when the bear came on the scene, or you just were like,
We
whatever?
we were like 20, 30 feet away. The bear was just kind of like walking around in like the bush area. He didn't want anything to do with us, so.
20, 30 feet away. I wonder how fast a bear could make that 2 feet away. You know? I just feel like they're pretty quick. They want to be.
Yeah,
You hit them with
maybe.
a golf ball, they're coming after you.
Yeah. No, I don't know. You risk it for the biscuit. You had to kind of make par, you know? You got to do what you got to do to get it done on the course.
Gotta get your money's worth. You paid $80 to see the bear.
yeah.
You can't shy away from them.
That's right. Up close and personal.
I went to see Oppenheimer in IMAX yesterday.
Ooh, whereabouts?
It was in Edmonton.
Okay.
And apparently only 40 IMAX theaters across the world are showing
Oh, yeah.
Oppenheimer on the film that it was created on, and Edmonton is one of them.
Regina is as well, but that's just because I'm a Regina boy and I know that.
All right. Well, while I was in this IMAX theater, I have never missed Fort McMurray so much in my life.
Really?
Yeah, like we are so blessed with our landmark reclining giant love seats.
It's pretty much the only theater I know.
What?
I don't know. I just don't really go to movie theaters.
Well, let me tell you, if you go to IMAX, you will be sitting on top of the person next to you and you won't know them. Like, it was crazy. The whole theater was completely packed. It was sold out show.
Nice.
At 2:00 on a
Or
Monday
not
afternoon.
nice, I guess.
Yeah. And I swallowed a popcorn kernel incorrectly and had to cough it out.
Of course.
So I turned to the right to cough into my elbow and discovered that I was about to cough into my neighbor's face.
Oh, yeah.
So I turned to the left to cough into my other elbow and discovered I was about to like spew popcorn kernel on my husband.
Probably the better option.
Probably, because then I was like, oh, I'll just lean forward.
Yeah.
And I was literally above the people in front of me's heads. Like they were going to get some wind.
So you're going back to like the old days of theaters where everything's just jam-packed in there.
Yeah, we were so smushed. Like I was like, I don't like this anymore. Like I need some more space here. Like somebody tell the IMAX, the Cineplex, that they need to step up their game and become a landmark. My goodness.
I'm adding a skill to my resume, and I think I can be of help to you, Steph.
Okay.
New Year's resolution, eat your freezer.
Yep.
I'm your guy.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
So not only you, but anyone that just has a piling up freezer, holla at your boy, and I can help you out. I realize I'm very good at this by the amount of times that I have to go dog sit and house sit at like coworkers' places. And I just attack the freezer.
You're
It's
just rummaging through. You're like, this is my freezer now, and I will find the most freezer burnt thing and eat it for you.
Oh, this has permafrost on it right here. This is just gathering up with ice cubes. I was like, yeah, we will put that into the oven and I will eat that.
So you are house sitting right now. You've been doing it since what, Friday?
Yeah, well, they had some troubles, whatever. They had some troubles with flights, so I didn't get in there until Sunday.
Oh, so you've only had 2 days to clean out the freezer so far. So what have you eaten?
Oh my goodness. I've had some chicken nuggies.
Smorgasbord?
I've had some chicken nuggies. I threw those in my salad.
Nice.
Which is fantastic.
choice.
There's these things called lasagna bites.
Oh.
I don't know, air fryer those.
Oh, from M&M Food
Yeah.
Market. I've heard of those. Yeah.
Throw those in the air fryer.
How were they?
Pretty fantastic. Pizza rolls. Throw just a lot of
Yeah,
fried
of course.
food.
Yeah. Pizza rolls are
A lot of
always
fried
win.
food so far, but I'm just like, and I'm just breaking down the boxes, you know? Once you break down the boxes, you create so much more room in the freezer.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're going to be mad or happy that I ate all their food or that they have so much more space to fill it back up.
I would be so happy. I would be like, oh my gosh, next time at the grocery store and something's on sale, I can buy it.
Yes. Massive internet outage happened last night, right around dinner time, I want to say, 5 o'clock or so. And it seemed to cover almost all of the RMWB, even down to Wandering River. You were traveling home from a wedding.
Yeah, exactly. I was driving home from Edmonton and stopped in Wandering River at Wally's, best kind of place to stop on 63. Actually, not Wandering River, Grasslands.
Grassland.
And ordered a pizza and then tried to pay for it. And the guy was like, stupid internet. And he was like really frustrated by it. But I just thought he had bad internet. I didn't realize the entire city did.
Yeah, did y'all end up having to pay cash, or could you still pay with card? Or?
Cash, yeah.
Wow, interesting. Yeah, so very interesting that it went all the way down there. But I want to say it was around dinner time here, so I guess we're just asking, how did you fill the time? 780-791-1037. I was watching the Blue Jays game. How dare they take my sports away from me?
Oh, the cable went down?
Well, yeah, it was TELUS. It was TELUS. It was internet. It was even your phone data. You couldn't even log off Wi-Fi and then use your phone data for things.
Wow.
Well, depending on who you're with your provider.
Right.
Obviously. But I think it was TELUS and maybe Bell as well. I don't know who it was. I didn't have it. A lot of people didn't have it. So I was watching the Blue Jays and then that cut out. So then I made dinner, and it was very interesting. When I was making dinner, I could just hear the cars and the trucks start really picking up outside.
Oh, so everybody else was like, there's nothing to do in this place. Better get out of this house and do something else.
Yeah, because that's how I kind of found out that it wasn't just me in the house that I was in that was messing up. I even saw, like, when I looked out the window, some people across the street, like a lot of people. I live across from like a townhouse, and a lot of people were just leaning on their like patios, just looking outside. And it was like, oh, everyone's kind of going through the same thing right now.
Wow, maybe the internet should go out more often. It sounds like we get out of the house when that happens.
Exactly. But how did you fill your time? You can text or call 780-791-1037. How are you filling the time with no internet? Went out around dinner time yesterday, and it still is out for some people here. 780-791-1037. You can text or call that. Nicole texted. She said, neighborhood was so quiet. But then all of a sudden it came alive. People are outside. Kids were playing. Even the cars were just buzzing around the neighborhood. I noticed the exact same thing in my neighborhood. Whole bunch of people outside, and definitely, well, you could hear the trucks. A bunch of trucks just going by, brapping all over.
Well, it was such a beautiful night to have it happen. You know, I was watching the sunset as I was driving up the highway, and I was just like, oh man, that cotton candy sky was so nice. So if the internet's going to go out, it may as well go out when it's sunny. That's for sure.
Yeah. I even, I was house sitting and dog sitting, and I took the dog to work here last night at like 8 or 9 o'clock, and just to see if like it was just my house that I'm at, or if work was working. And work was like, we must be on something different here, because it was like halfway working. It was slow, but it was still working.
So did you put the Blue Jays game on here?
Yeah, I did.
Typical Sean. So predictable. Oh my God. You're like, bring the dog to work. We got to get some Blue Jays in us. I'd like to put in a complaint to Twitter, or X, formerly known as Twitter.
All right. Yeah. Add it to the list.
Yeah. When I go to tag myself in something, like from the Mix account, I go to tag Steph Seidel Live.
Yeah.
The first option that comes up is former Prime Minister Stephen Harper.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and I have accidentally tagged him a time or two in a post by Mix, being like, listen to our podcast. Stephen Harper's on it.
Me and Stephen Harper on today's podcast.
And I just think that Twitter should figure it out based on the amount of times that I tag myself in a post, like twice a day, every day.
Yeah.
That I want Steph Seidel Live to come up first.
That is very true. It should catch on, like, oh, every day you tag this person roughly around this time. Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to tag Steph Seidel Live in the post? They should ask me first before I even start typing. The other complaint I'd like is that I feel like you have a far cooler suggestion apart from yourself when it wants me to tag the first person that comes up. Mm-hmm. Shawn Mendes.
Of course. We are buddies, and that makes sense. We pretty much look alike, too.
Yeah, that hair that he has going for him, same as yours. Man, it is a good look.
Yes, please.
I just feel like, how come you get the cool guy? Great Canadian singer. Everybody loves him. We play him all the time. And I got Stephen Harper.
Because you're a PH over there. That's why.
What does a PH mean?
You're not like a Steph with an F. You're a Steph with a PH.
I thought it was some sort of political short form. I was like, what's happening over here? I've never heard of this PH thing.
A friend sent me a good old text message on the weekend, and it started out with, "Hey, Sean," and then the message. And the way they spelt Sean was the incorrect way, and I was a little offended. I'm not
Don't
gonna
they
lie.
even know you?
Right? Especially a friend as well. But then they sent another text right after being like, "Sorry if there's any misspellings or anything. I'm using voice to text right now."
Oh,
And then I got more offended.
that their phone didn't know how to spell your name?
Yes. Why would a phone spell Sean, Sean? Why?
Because that's one of the options of how to spell Sean. There are multiples.
Disgusts me.
Shaun.
Disgust me. And so then we had to do a little testing before we hopped on here, and I think it's phone specific. So apparently I'm not my friend's most favorite Sean, because they must be typing the SEAN plenty of times for not the SHAWN
Right.
to immediately come up as the correct spelling, because, well, I just did voice to text on my phone and it spelt it right.
And
Thank goodness.
You think that would be very funny if your phone didn't know how to spell Sean
I'd be
correctly.
switching to Samsung. All I have to say.
My phone as well knows how to spell Sean the correct way according
Wonderful.
to you.
Yes.
Yes, the SHAWN. Impressive, though, since your social handles have so many extra A's and W's in them, that your phone doesn't think they should spell Sean like Sean.
There we go. That's the next step that we have to try here, is just say my name really long and see if it matches or not.
I was down in Edmonton this weekend for a wedding, and I'm an iced coffee fiend, and so I dabbled in the McDonald's app a couple times while there. And at the end of ordering my iced coffee, it asked me if I wanted a paper bag for 15 cents.
Yeah, the city of Edmonton has passed a new bylaw, I guess, where fast food places can't even give out like the brown paper bags anymore.
Yeah, which, like, I mean, I don't know in what universe I would want to put an iced coffee in a paper bag.
Right.
So I was like, no, thank you. But then a little later on in the weekend, I went to Carl's Jr. to get myself a milkshake.
Wow.
And on the drive-through window, it said, "Did you remember your reusable bag?"
Yeah.
It had a bunch of different options of like which ones would be best
Oh my.
for the Carl's Jr. order. And then it said, "Don't forget to ask for your spoon, your knife, your napkins." And I was like, does it cost extra for a spoon? Because like
No
a milkshake
kidding.
with whipped cream on top is best enjoyed with a spoon. And she said, no, we won't charge you for that. But she knew other fast food restaurants who were charging 2 cents a straw. So you could
That
buy
is silly.
you could buy a drink and have to pay for a straw.
That is silly. I get it cutting down and everything, but my goodness, and like all the waste and probably stuff going into the landfill that's never get used and stuff, but oh my goodness.
I know. Well, I just feel like a straw is already paper. Okay. That's one way to make sure that you don't enjoy your drink, but then to make sure you also have to pay for that terrible paper straw. That would make me remember to put my silicone straw in my purse.
Yeah,
Not
people
gonna
are
lie.
people are having fun with the plastic bag thing as well. Or not the plastic bag, but just bring your own bag. Because we have our friends who kind of started a trend online that went viral, where they're just like different ways, different bags that you can use while going through the drive-through. They brought a fishing net one time.
They brought like a bathroom garbage can
Yeah.
once as well, which sounded just awful.
So they're going through different things and just going viral every time, making a video of it online. So people are having fun with it, I guess.
Want more of today's show?
Download the Mixed Mornings and More podcast.
Now available every weekday.